imagine a game that's a cross between bowls and croquet. It was invented by railway workers to pass the time about 90 years ago and is played by only a small area of Melbourne residents. Well, that's the game that's called Trugo, and I went along to learn how to play. Well, you may wonder what on earth this is. It's a catch-up for a most intriguing game called Trugo. And with me is John McMahon, who's going to tell us all about this absolutely fascinating game and some of the history of it. John, thanks for your time and welcome to the program.
Good, thanks then, Diane.
Now look, this is just a fascinating story about Trugo. I'd never even heard of it before. It's a unique game in that it originated in Melbourne. Can you tell us something about it? Where did the name come from for a start?
Well, the name of Trugo was, we believe, was when a guy hit the ring up through the goalpost, they said, oh, that was a Trugo.
Okay.
And they've called it Trugo. There's some argument about that. It might have been a name after a bloke named Tommy Greaves, who was invented the game down at the workshops in Newport.
So a railway workshop. Yeah. So it has a whole, tell us that, it's a fascinating story about how it began in the railway carriages.
Yes, they used to play in their lunchtime, in their lunch break inside the railway carriages. And they'd hit these rubber rings using probably their sledgehammers that they used to belt the...
So hence the mallet for the game looks like
right.
that.
Yeah.
And what about this? Is this a part of a train part as well?
That's the buffer off the train. There used to be 4 buffers on the trains, and there was these rubber rings inside the buffers. And so they used to grab them and put them down in the train carriage.
So the railway workers were just mucking around?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, inside the train carriages, probably out of the eyes of their bosses and that at lunchtime, and they play on in there.
Having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
What about this? This is the catcher.
The catchers have been developed for the game because as the game went on, people hit the ring pretty hard down, and you've got to have a catcher to catch them, and they had these catchers there to catch them.
Okay.
And then the catcher, you need to know the catcher, he's also the umpire of the ring. If it goes in, he puts his hand up, and then he puts it on the handle. He puts it on there. So you can see that it's been a score. Yep.
But that's what I was going to say to you. I mean, what's fascinating about this game is not only how satisfying it is to whack this rubber thing with the mallet, which has just absolutely got me going, but also the fact that if you're a catcher, you're the catcher, you're the scorer, you're the umpire, so there's a lot of skills involved in playing it.
That's right, and he's got to be quick and nimble to catch the ring to stop it from hitting the guy behind.
Now, the width of and the length of the green, how did that come about?
Well, that's developed because the length of the railway carriages was 90 feet, 30 metres. Right. And so the width of the railway, the goalpost, the width of a railway track part, which is 5'9". I'm with Peter, who I can see is a really hot shot. I just saw you hit 23 out of 24. Yeah, you're a pretty good player.
No, not bad. Sometimes you have your good days and bad days.
Do you? Yeah. How long have you been playing Trugo?
Since 95, I think. 95.
And what was the attraction? I mean, you're obviously very good at it. You must have had a vibe.
Someone taught me into coming over, and I went over, and my first game I hit about 9, my second game I hit 5, and after that I hit 20 and never looked back after that.
Fantastic. Well, listen, while I've got a champ here, right here, I'm going to make the most of it and get you to show me how to do a good shot. Now, your mallet, that's the grand final, so I'm not touching that here. I've got this one here of my own. It's got all the swans emblazoned over it. It's a Sydney mallet, really, isn't it? Swans are not my team, but never mind, we'll give it a go. You want to show me how to do a shot?
Yeah, all right. I just sort of...
Now, what's this called? What's this rubber thing
we just call it more or less a ring.
A ring, okay.
Yeah, the ring. Sort of straighten it up right on the elastic cord there.
Okay.
Get your feet up there, sort of relax.
Yep.
Bring the mallet back like that.
Yep.
And then, bang, hit it hard as you can.
Now, is there a special way to hold the mallet? No.
No, sort of hold it firm, tight as anything.
Tight as anything, okay.
Tight as anything.
Here we go, yep.
Yeah, bring it down a bit more.
Oh, down here a bit more, yep, yep.
Bring it back and sort of hit it hard as anything.
Hit as hard as anything, okay, and straight if I can.
Keep it firm in your hand.
Okay. Ah! Now, Janine, you found Trugo. How come?
I was walking around Footscray one day and I just literally stumbled across it, and I thought, what the hell is this? And a friend of mine who I was speaking to, I said, oh, I saw the Trugo courts in Footscray. And he said, oh, you've got to go down and find out what it is. You know, no one knows what it is. And I put a letter in the letterbox leaving my phone number, and I got a call from Una, and she said, come and play. And so I did. And
fantastic.
yeah.
And you're pretty good too, but you play the side saddle shot.
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's a lot more graceful.
A bit more gracious, isn't it? Like riding side saddle.
Yeah, something like that.
So have you played other sports before, or?
I'm not really good with ball sports and things like that, so this is why it's good for me to play Trugo, because all you've got to do is hit a ring down the other end and try and get it through 2 posts. And yeah, they're very accepting. It's not really competitive. There's, you know, not a lot of that performance-enhancing drug scene on
Although
on
I hear
Trugo.
them all saying with pride that they won't let you touch a mallet that's hit 24 out of 24, though, Janine.
Oh, right. Well, I haven't had that yet.
Okay.
You know, I'll get there eventually. But...
Now, is this your own custom-made mallet as well? It's another feature of the game. You can actually make your own to your own size and specifications.
Well, for me, I just got one that was left around in the club room. So they've made a certain amount, and I think they just keep getting recycled. But, I needed one with a long handle.
Thanks, Janine.
No problem.
Well, that was really a lot of fun. There's some pretty good players there too, aren't there? It's very satisfying actually to swing that mallet and the you know, the little rubber ring things through your legs. Almost as good as hitting a golf ball. So if you'd like to learn more about Trugo, well, there you are. There's some details on the screen, and they're always looking for new members. They're happy for the game to go interstate, although it is a Victorian game. They're a very friendly bunch, so why don't you give it a go?